What's up, guys? So today we're going to write a program that's going to web scrape data from the Ohio Coronavirus website and then reformat that into an email that we can send whenever we want. This process is pretty uniform. You can use it with pretty much any website you'd like. I'm just using the Ohio Coronavirus website because it's relevant to me. And yeah, let's get into it. So first we're going to want to import our assets. So from urllib.request import URL open. That's going to be used to get our URL that we are going to parse. Then from BS4 import beautiful soup. That is going to be our web parser. And then import smtplib. And what this is going to be used for is once we have our message done, we can use this. It's a server that we will load into our email account and then send an email from our email account. So now we're going to parse our web page. So first we want to define a variable. I'm just going to use Ohio Corona and set it equal to the URL of our website. So here I have the website already pulled up. Control C, paste it into here. Boom. All right, we got our URL. Now we're going to need to open it. So page equals URL open Ohio _ Corona. It looks like I may have accidentally capitalized both of those, but it doesn't matter for right now. So now we got our page. Then soup equals beautiful soup. And then pass in the page argument. So now the soup knows what it's looking for. It's got the page. Data equals soup dot find all div. So here we're going to pass in several arguments. We're looking for divs, so that's what that says, is it soup.div.findAll. So now we need to look for the class. So we can come to the source elements. Since I already know what I'm looking for these right here. So I'm just going to Control F and look for confirmed cases in the source code. So Control F, confirmed cases is right here. So I can see that the div class right here is stats cards item. So I can simply take this, Control C. We know it's a class, so we're going to put class. And then there we go. Okay, so now we have our page and we have it parsed. And essentially this is grabbing all of this data right here. So we need a way to loop through the data, which can be done with the for loop. So for this for loop, I'm going to want a counter. I'm going to set it equal to 0. Then I'm going to say for res in data, and then if counter equals 0, confirmed, which is going to be a new variable I'm making, which is going to correlate to this data right here. Confirmed equal res dot text, and then counter increment. So what this is doing, hold on, let me make sure my spacing is correct here. What this is doing is it's going to step through each of these, and then it is going to take that, get the text from it, assign it to confirmed, and the counter goes up by 1. So then we're going to make a second one, elif counter equals 1. Oh, shoot. There we go. Elif counter equals 1. What's the next one? Confirmed CDC expanded case definition. So we'll say CDC equals res.text, and then counter plus equals 1. Now we're going to go through and do this for all of the data in this chart, And once I'm done, I'll get back to you guys. All right, so I just finished the for loop. I got all 12 terms in here, and I wrote a print statement with each term in it to make sure that I did it correctly. And luckily I did. And as we can see, we have all our data printed out here from the 12 different variables. Next, we're going to get into the SMTP server and fire off a couple emails. Okay, so now that we've finished this, we're going to come back up here and use the SMTP server that we imported at the beginning of the program. So first, we're going to initialize the server. We're simply writing server equals smtplib dot smtp, then underscore SSL. So what that underscore SSL is doing is we're setting up our server here, and the underscore SSL is just making sure that our connection is secure. And then I'm going to start the smtp.gmail.com because that is the domain that I will be sending my emails from. You can use a different one if you're sending out different kinds of emails. So then we're going to log into our server, server.login. And from here, you're just going to type in your email and your password. So I'm just going to pass it in as a variable, say email password. And I'm going to put my email, my password in there in a second. These are just placeholders for the time being. Then we're going to do server.send mail. And then you're going to put first your email. So your email. Then you're going to put the sender email. So whoever you're going to send it to. So the recipient email. And then your message. So our message could be all of this data, could just be parts, whichever you'd like. So I want all of the data. So I'm going to say message equals up here at this print statement. And then I'm just going to pass message into the send mail. Then finally, we want to quit the server. So server.quit. And then we're good to go. All right, so I just defined these at the top of my program, and I'm going to run it. And if it works, it should be sending an email. Let's see. That looks good. Okay, so then I'm going to come over to my inbox. And as you can see, it's sent. So then we can check it out. Be careful. Yeah. And we got all of our statistics here. Now, this be careful message, if you are using a Google account to send these emails, make sure that when you send it, you have allowed on insecure apps, because otherwise it will recognize Google Colab as a foreign app and it won't let you do it. Finally, if you want to run this program once a day, I recommend using Windows Task Scheduler. I don't have a Windows computer. However, if you use this, you can use it to run a program like once a day. And it's really convenient for those who have Windows computers. If not, there is software out there that you can download that will allow you to run it once a day. I just personally can't do that since I have a school-issued Chromebook. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you have any of your own projects, I would love to see them, as I'm still learning for myself and I love to code. Stay safe, guys. See you.